Hello, I'm David, and I was thinking about something the other night, and it has to do with unconditional love and the conditioned mind. I believe that the mind is a portion of who we are, a very useful portion, and that is simply a small part of something that's larger. In the way that one can define self, whether it be one's own self or the larger capital S self of all things, being the I amness and the beingness of all things. I realize that the mind, being a part, is also conditioned mind, in such that it is been given a culture to work with, a belief system, thought processes that bring about behaviors that are conditioned, that are given to us. And that unconditional love is that thing that springs forth from source, that is a life-giving energy that animates all things. And that's what unconditional love is that spontaneous animation that at a quantum physics level is instantaneous. And it is a movement towards love because it comes from love. And I think that's what compassion is. Compassion is bringing to light the conditioned mind so that when you see it, you recognize it, and you're able to move beyond that to unconditional love, the heart of it all. Any pain, I think, or any suffering is a constant identification with a conditioned mind, a conditioned situation, conditioned thought processes, which bring about a continuation of suffering. And I think at any point, compassion, by recognizing the essence of who we are, who an individual is, who another is, to bring that to light, to bring that love to light. I use Jesus as an example, as one of many, I think, who have been able to show others through example instantaneous healing, in which there was a process without identificating with the conditioned mind, and that brought instantaneous healing to those that came within his energy, his surroundings, and has lasted a couple thousand years to help influence others to heal themselves. There are other examples of people who have done such things and situations that have created such circumstances in which healing has occurred, because it's been that recognition of essence beyond a conditioned mind that has helped heal. It's helped heal through unconditional love. I think they relate to one another, in a, thinking of a word besides opposing, in a relatively different way. The conditioned mind and unconditional love, thinking from the heart rather than thinking from the mind. And compassion is thinking from the heart by revealing an unconditioned mind, a conditioned mind. I was recently asked about social change and bringing the narrative to light of what it is that is causing suffering. And I think one of the main ways of doing that is to bring the conditioned mind to light. Another thing that came to me in the notes that I took a conditioned mind is unconscious of a lot of the choices that it's making because it's living through and making decisions through ignorance rather than listening to one's intuition and following one's heart. The conditioned mind is what is relied upon. Because of that, it's a unconscious decision that's made in that sense. And one of the things that came to me was this called the overview effect, when astronauts go out into outer space and they see the planet for what it is, a thin atmosphere, a land without political borders, weather systems at large. They come back and they try to explain that. And it's something that's a challenge to explain to others. And I think the same goes for when one has reached inner peace. I call it the interview effect, as far as those mystics and masters and saints and sages who have gone inside and had a interview effect, that when they come out from going so deeply within and try to explain what that's like, it's a challenge. And the only way to do it is to be the example of that, to continuously be in that space. And then once you're in that space, it flows into all the relations that you have with people, with animals, with plants, with the planet itself, and throughout the cosmos. And the beauty of it is that it's the life force itself, and it's simply a recognition of it, the recognition of something that's already there. And playing with the concept of compassion, I discovered that the word recognize is a powerful word because it's simply noticing something that's already there. It is the recognition of that which is the beingness of all things, and that's when healing takes place. To reach that point of inner peace, and the best way I think of bringing peace to the world, this is another question I was asked over the weekend at a talk I was doing. Someone asked me, how do we get to inner peace? And I said, to play your role. That's the best that we can do, is playing your role like an actor or an actress on a stage, and then the stage itself starts to shift, and the play itself starts to be, the narrative of the play starts to change, because the actors in the play recognize their role and are able to bring something different. The language, the dialogue, the narrative, the movement, the thoughts, the beliefs, they all change when an individual changes towards recognizing the inner peace that's already there. I wanted to share these outside of the regular Compassion Tour videos, and without any music, without an intro, simply ideas that are being shared, which I value. I value love, I value compassion, I value healing, I value unconditional love. And I thought, as a role player in humanity, that I would share this energy with you in this moment. Thank you. Thank you.